Now that we have the cabin up on the piers, it's time to start working on the roof. So obviously this is 3 separate shipping containers, and where they meet together, there's nothing to cover the space. So what we plan on doing is building a full roof structure over this whole thing. So in order to do that, I need to get some posts. On this side over here, we are going to do an overhang with 6 posts, so there'll be an 8-foot overhang. And then in this front corner, just right here, we will do a post. So that will make it a rectangle that'll be 32 feet by 40 feet for the roof. So I went out in the woods, cut these down today. Now I need to come over on this side with the bulldozer and level a little bit. I'm not going to get too crazy, but this needs to get dug out a little, probably 10 feet over in this area, leveled out. We'll push this dirt around and then push it over on the other side of the containers after we do those other posts. So I'll get over here with the dozer, push that dirt over here, and then I can lay out for the holes, and I'll dig those with the backhoe. And hopefully today get the posts on the ground so I can start figuring out how we want to do the roof. Exciting, it's growing. Kate came over and we were talking about it, and we decided to do a little bit more earth moving before I started putting these posts in. We decided that over here we wanted to clear it out a little bit, and we're trying to gather dirt to fill in the other side so it's not a drop off over there. And we decided that up here across from this, our little road here, we want another parking spot. So I dug that out, pushed most of the dirt down here, and then cut out a little more out of this corner, and now we've got a pretty good pile of dirt that we can, once I still have to finish the one pier on the other side. Once I finish that, we'll push all this dirt around and put it over here. And then that won't be so high up. We're still going to do like a deck here, but that'll just be a series of steps, but it won't be such a drastic drop off. So anyways, now I'm gonna get back to marking and digging the holes for the posts now that I'm done playing in the dozer for the day. So back over here. Didn't get too fancy with the layout, but here are the marks for the posts. So we're going to do 5 posts. I decided to space them 10 feet apart. Makes it a little easier to get in and out of there doing construction. And then span wise, it's not too much anyway. So I'll set up and go get the backhoe and dig these out. All the holes are dug. The ones on this end got deeper because it took longer to get down to the to where it was solid. So these are 3.5 or so. It's not quite that deep, but so now I'm going to chain up these posts, the backhoe, try to set them in the hole, and then brace them and pack the dirt around them. I'm all by myself, so this would be one job that would be easier with 2 people, but I'm not going to wait, so we'll just keep moving. So that's the process. I'll do the other 3 and check in. I don't get too worried about them being plumb because it's really hard. It's mostly just like a visual thing. So like this one, I just sort of lined up with the building. Once I pull some strings on it, the one critical thing is the spacing at ground level. That's not critical, but I want to make those right. That's hard to change. Once they're up, you can kind of pull them around and move the tops to make them all line up. So I'll do these other 3, check back in. I finished getting the 5 posts in. This first one that you saw me do on the video, I had to redo it because I was by myself, obviously, so I forgot to measure the distance from here out, and I was off by 4 inches. So I ripped this one back out, dug a new hole, and put it back in. I haven't worried about whether they're plumb or anything yet because they're tapered in 2 directions. So once we get ready to tie them into the building and build the roof, then we'll put a string on them and make them look good. Now I'm going to push the dirt, this huge pile of dirt, push it all around the front and get that as level as possible so I can hopefully dig the other 2 holes for the other 2 posts.
Man, what a difference 30 minutes on a bulldozer makes. Flattened out. I went to town to take my kid to driver's ed, get a few provisions, and come back. Came back to check on Zach. And I just can't help but getting myself roped in. I love it. I can't believe he did all 5 of those other posts without somebody else. I mean, I can believe it, but I'm happy to help him with these last 2 posts. Some people have to pay to go to the gym, and I just go outside and build stuff with my husband. So I actually contemplated getting a gym membership and driving 45 minutes to town to go to the gym, to lift weights, to run, to exercise, and instead I decided I could save an hour-and-a-half round trip and a monthly gym membership by just getting outside and working. So that's how I get my muscles.